New World is an MMORPG that was released in September of 2021 by Amazon Games. Initially, it saw huge player counts, but it dropped off fairly quickly. Recently, they launched a new expansion called Rise of the Angry Earth, and since then, the game's player count has recovered and is doing pretty well. Also, since the release of New World, there's been lots of bug fixes and a lot of more updates of the actual game content, so I decided it was a good time to check out the game now and see just how it is doing. So in this video, you're going to see my first impressions of the game, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts at the end of the video. Now, let's go. First of all, though, look at this. Right, look at this. This is crazy. Population. High for everything, and there's a 1.8k queue here and a 1.3k queue. Now I know an expansion is just like launched, but that's crazy. I think that's pretty good. God damn. I don't know what Amazon's trying to say to me right now, but I feel a little bit attacked. I'm not going to spend too long in the character creation, but I'm interested in seeing how good it is. We'll just leave these scars, tattoos, not bothered. Cool. All right, there's that guy. So the character creation isn't insane. It's not bad though, like it's pretty all right. You get some different customizations. It looks like we've got 3 ability slots, Q, R, and F. Okay, so you've got the tank route and the damage route, I'm going to assume. This is really cool. And how do I get back into this? We have rapier, hatchet, flail, and shield, greatsword, warhammer, grey axe, spear, bow, musket, blunderbuss, fire staff, live staff, ice gauntlet, void. I don't know what I'll aim for, but I guess so far we're a swords and shield person. Music is very good quality as well. This is really confusing. A flint skinning knife. Okay, continue to craft, set active tool, right? Do I have a weight system? I do. So we're only 1.9 out of 200 though, so that's absolutely fine. Oh, get wrecked. And it automatically changed to the tool. We have to go kill some corrupted stuff over by the ship. Let's go. So I like when the quest conversation is kind of like this. You only need to really see the first few lines to understand what you're doing, you know? Like, you would have to listen to the whole thing if you don't want to, and you still know what you're actually doing. This is shiny. Can we... Oh, no. Oh, there's a rapier here. Look at that. Wait, let's try on this guy. Come here. Okay. Oh, we've got our second weapon slot now. So overall, you're going to have 6 abilities, it seems. They've all got bows, man. I'm not jealous at all of the fact that they have a bow and I have 2 swords. What is this? Never mind. That greatsword looks absolutely ridiculous, though, if I'm being honest. So one thing I'm curious about is how open world this is. Like, can I go and climb up on that cliff if I wanted to? It's completely open world. Hell yeah. Requires logging skill 50. Wait, is this like RuneScape wood cutting? Can you cut down the trees? Any trees? No way. Hold up. We need to go up here and check this. Like I can chop this tree down. What? Governor's desk, view upkeep and payroll. Wait, what? Territory upkeep. Do guilds own the zones? Governed by elite troop. Governed by AYB. Okay. Fast travel. So you can fast travel. Can I fast travel now? No, you have to get to the place first. Okay. Should we look at the store? Is it going to open in game? Just want to see how much stuff you can actually get from it. Weapon skins, mounts. Oh, goddamn, that's a lot of mounts. Tool skins, camp skins, all skins. I'm assuming there's some pay to win in here somewhere. I just can't see it. So I'm looking at weapon bundle. These are skins as well. Maybe not. The fuck is that noise? Holy shit, never mind. Hold on. I still want to turn PvP on. Join a faction. Okay. I don't know how to do that. Maybe we'll have fucking sheep. Bro, he's coming. No. Ah, he's dead. I was a bit more worried about that. I thought he was going to knock me over or something. I feel like I need a better pickaxe. This is taking a while. Beautiful. The animations are pretty good though. Here we go. Stand back. Bro, what are you doing? I'm glad there's no friendly fire. What the fuck? What are you doing? At least we're not the most insane person in town. We know that much. Thoughts on the game so far? So far, it seems really cool. Combat's fun. The game looks incredible. And the crafting is... I've not been confused, which I'm quite happy about. I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I start an MMO, I quite often think, am I going to spend the next 10 minutes being confused? But so far, nothing's overwhelmed me. And I think that's pretty important. I really enjoy the weapon switching to use your abilities. I can't wait to get my third ones. I'm really enjoying how many players there are around me as well. That's another huge thing I'm loving about the game. Everything I've done so far, there's always other players that are around my level that are doing the same thing. Like, not even just a few. Like, look how many there is. Oh shit, I missed. It's so easy to miss. See? Miss everything. Maybe I shouldn't use these range weapons because I'm not very accurate with them. We chop trees yet? Young trees. Oh, we can. Nice. I want to see what the animation is when this falls. Yeah. The thing actually fully falls. Am I going to get in trouble for killing the cow? Is anybody looking? They're looking. Wait, if we hide on this side of the cow. Don't worry about your cattle, guys. I'm just gonna take it. Get him! Get him! Come back! He is fast. Oh, he's back! Holy shit! Okay, I thought he was charging me. He's not. He's scared. Got him. Got him. Oh, we can get it. We can get it. We can get it. We can get it. Wait, is it Surge? Yes, it is. Hell yeah. Now we're moving. Stupid cow. What's this? Question mark. Let's find out what the question mark is. Cave entrance. What level is this guy? Okay, we can damage him at least. That's a good start. Oh, there's another person. Hell yeah, yeah, we can get him. Huh! That hurts. Holy shit! Oh no, where can I? Oh, I've just lost so much distance. I have to now run. Oh, god damn it. Stupid cow. Ah, what the fuck is that? What? Why? Don't kill me again. No way, bro. Sorry for shouting, but what? It's gone? The music changed. And I was like, wait, why? What's going on? Massive ass bear just coming to maul me. A group duel? Alright, go on then. Oh no. It's level 34, bro. This isn't cool. No! No! Oh, we're alright. No, we're not. We're not alright. Why is there so many, man? No! Run! Run, 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 no, no, don't die again! No! Oh, what's this? What we got? What we got? What we got? Oh, shit! It's an enemy! What was he doing? So from this point onwards, the leveling until the higher levels was pretty much the same thing. Follow the story quest along, do whatever was required of me, kill this monster, kill that monster, fight this boss, and all of these sort of things. The zones looked incredible along the way, and there wasn't really a point where I felt like burnt out or feeling like I was getting a bit bored. Leveling definitely slowed down a little bit, but once we reached the higher levels, we were introduced to our first dungeon as well, which is what you're seeing in the background. To enter this, I had to meet a level requirement, and there was a recommended gear score requirement as well, well, and then you had to be in a party of at least 3 to 5 people. My personal thoughts of the dungeon was it was pretty damn awesome to clear through, and it didn't feel like there was any boring parts of it throughout the whole thing. It wasn't just tons of trash mobs in front of you as well. There was a few puzzles to deal with, and then there was the boss fights along the way too. Clearing this got me a ton of loot and also a decent amount of experience as well to help progress my character. So personally, I think time well spent. After this, I decided it was time to try out PvP. I queued for a 3v3 arena, and this was actually a lot better than I expected it to be. I thought it was just going to be a complete disaster, but it scales to your level, so you'll queue into players that are around your gear score and your level as well, rather than queuing into just anyone and then balancing. So this way it seems like you're going up against players that are about the same experience in the game as you too. The PvP was super fun. I actually really enjoyed it, and I also joined a faction in the actual main game, which will give you the option to flag for open world PvP, giving you some extra rewards, which makes it kind of feel worth to do so, like 10% extra bonus XP included in one of those. And this lets you fight anybody else in the open world that is not on the same faction as you and have also chosen to flag for PvP as well. This just adds in a nice optional extra for somebody who enjoys PvP. This also adds to a pretty cool experience to the game. For example, you be minding your own business and suddenly a group of players that are all flagged for PvP are all fighting each other, chasing each other across the map. And of course, there's nothing that forces you to take part in it. It's just something you can if you want to. Along the way, there was a memorable boss fight in the story quest where it was a solo instance encounter and I had to take on this boss. The boss fight was not all that easy whatsoever. It was incredibly challenging, took a good amount of time to defeat him, and I had to properly think about the mechanics in the fight as well as timing my blocks and stuff correctly. It felt like combat actually mattered, whereas you didn't just go in, kill the boss by clicking him a few times and then move on with the story. I actually really enjoyed this. After the fight ended and I finally beat him, I felt like it was well worth the time and I wanted to continue on ahead to find the next engagement like this. I did actually purchase a mount in the game to be able to travel a bit quicker. I do think this is one of the downsides to the game initially. If you don't have a mount, traveling takes a hell of a long time, so getting your hands on this is a pretty big deal. You do, however, have to get the expansion for the game to be able to unlock mounts and then reach level 25. Personally, I think the mount should have been introduced a little bit sooner, maybe even like as early as level 10, and I do think it makes the game feel so much better that it's a really important aspect to it. Having it behind the expansion is whatever. I think it is what it is. The game's been out for a long time, and just buying an expansion to be able to get access to the content isn't the end of the world. However, I do think it would probably make a huge difference to the new player experience and player retention if it was just included in the base game and if you could get it earlier on. So with that being said, here are the pros and cons on my first impressions of this game. Starting off with the pros, the first one could be considered a pro or a con depending on your opinion on like subscription fees and this sort of thing. But the game is only a one-time purchase and then there's no subscription from there on out. However, if you are going to be looking at buying expansions in the future, it does seem like these will cost, as the newest expansion to the game does have another fee as well. However, personally, this is my favorite way to actually pay for an MMO, because once you pay for the box fee, you no longer have to pay a sub and you can play that game as long as you want until the next expansion drops, if you still want to buy that. The game looks absolutely incredible and the in-game music matches that standard as well. The music and the game are both designed insanely well, and it makes it really easy to get lost in the actual game and spend hours without even realizing it. New World is 100% fully open world with no loading screens except for when you're doing fast travel or entering a very specific instance. So if you see anywhere in the distance that you want to check out, you can absolutely get there. The combat feels pretty fun and actually quite fluid as well, and you also have a ton of different weapons or builds for each of those weapons to use too. It feels like even if you had the same weapon as someone you were playing with or anybody else in the game, there's a good chance that you're not using the exact same abilities or the same spec build too, so there is a bit of variety to that. And even though I've played the game now for 20 hours, I'm not bored of the combat at all. The optional PvP system is done really well in New World in the sense that I actually spent the whole time I played flagged for PvP as soon as I could do. With the different levels for each zone, it didn't ever feel like I was being ganked by any higher level players for no reason whatsoever. And it also offered you a good decision to make between them. You either risk that chance of having to die and then travel back to where you were, or you take the risk of getting 10% extra XP and a few other buffs too, and you keep your eye out for anyone who may want to kill you. I enjoy open world PvP in games as long as it's not completely game ruining, and so I was flagged the entire time and I had a good experience with it. Finally, there is a ton of players around all the time. The game really does feel like an MMORPG, and it's insanely good to know that if you go into a zone where there's other players around, you're not just going to steamroll through everything just because there's more than 2 people there. The content seems pretty well balanced in the sense that if there is a group of players around, it doesn't make it completely boring, and if there's not any players around, you're not struggling to solo through content yourself. Starting off with the cons, the character creation really isn't anything impressive or special. For those players that do absolutely love to go through and spend a ton of time on the character creation and then go back and change all these tiny little details, it's not up to standards of like Black Desert Online. There's a few options to pick from, a few different styles, and then you move on. You spend a lot of time traveling before having the mount from point A to point B. If you don't have the expansion and you don't have the mount unlocked, traveling is going to get tedious pretty quickly, and it is going to be taking up a hell of a lot of your time. I personally don't think I would have got as far into the game as I have now if I didn't actually get the mount when I did. I had the motivation to grind to level 25 to get the mount because I knew I was going to get it, and then once I got it, it's a complete game changer. To not have it and to have to run everywhere all the way through to the end game, it's very tedious in comparison. The gear system feels a little bit overwhelming for a newer player, as it feels like you don't need to be given as much gear as the game throws your way. You're going to be scrapping most of it for parts to repair your current gear anyway, and the rest of it just seems like trash to fill up your inventory and feel like you're collecting something off of trash mobs that you kill. This can make it feel like you spend a little bit too long in your inventory destroying pieces of gear, making sure that the pieces of gear you're breaking isn't going to be something that you might need later on, and there's nothing that really explains the value of the actual piece of gear that you're getting rid of as well. And finally, the questing can start to feel quite repetitive after a while. You are pretty much following along the same sort of quests as most MMOs do, that you are going to go talk to this person and then move over and kill this many things and then pick up this loot chest and then run back to the person and talk to them to get your quest finished, just to move on and do the same sort of thing. There's some boss fights in between which are incredibly fun. Granted, that's actually really nice and refreshing, but a lot of the time you are just going to be talking to somebody, shaking a message somewhere else, clearing out this little camp, and then heading back to the actual person to move forward. This is the same with the side quests as well. It's pretty much just a smaller version of the story quest. You're going to go kill some stuff, collect some other things, and then drop them back off. The typical questing system that you would see in most MMOs. However, because the combat is actually fun, it doesn't feel quite as bad as some other games that I've played. So, my overall thoughts of New World. I am still continuing to play the game, and I plan to reach the end game personally and see how good that is as well. I'm having an absolute blast in the game, and I think that with the new expansion, with the mounts, and with the amount of players playing right now, the game is doing really well. It's definitely captured my attention, and I do look forward to playing it when I do get the time to do so. So I would recommend trying this out if you're looking for a new MMO that immerses you into the world massively and also has a lot of content to offer. However, I would keep in mind that having the mount, so through the expansion purchase as well, is going to be a big game changer and a big deal, so this would be something to consider before jumping into the game as well. I don't normally make this sort of content on the channel, but if you enjoyed this, please do let me know in the comments. If you found it useful, let me know as well, and I will continue on to make content like this if there is a demand for it. With that being said, I hopefully will catch you all in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.